What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lunch with Gorilla, episode 2. I'm going to talk about foot launching today. It's an early lunch break for me, so I'm out at a park here and on the west coast of Florida called Bennett Park. It's a nice little kayak launch here. Nice day today. Probably about 78 or 80, I guess. I'll make my way back to my truck so I can get out of the wind. And, yeah, nice little park here. It's actually, there's actually a space over there that's, well, you can't see the field from here, but big enough to launch a paramotor from. We used to fly remote control planes out here quite a bit, and the park staff here was really cool and friendly. There was one particular guy that used to crash a lot of planes in the pond over there, and they would help him get airplanes out of the pond and out of the trees. So we could fly from here. The problem is, it's just congested around here. In 3 directions there are neighborhoods, you know, homes and everything. Hold on, let me turn the radio down. And in the other direction is stuff like I just came out of, mangroves and the Manatee River. So not the most ideal spot to fly from, but may make a flight out here one of these days. Yeah, I'm back in the comfort of my truck. And bear with me, guys. I'll bring up my iPad here so I can follow along the comments. Yeah, I've been having one of those mornings. My first call was up in St. Petersburg, which is on the other side of the Skyway for me, and I was on my way there, and I got just onto the Skyway bridge, and the customer called in and canceled. I'm like, oh man. So at that point, you can't turn around. You go ahead and go all the way over the Skyway, which is about 8 miles, and turn around and come all the way back. All right, volume down. Not sure why I can't see my comments. All right, let's try it in the YouTube app. So, interesting video Paramotor Crazy put out this morning. There's my comments. Who do we got? Kevin Can Fly. What's up, Kevin? Paramotor Crazy. I already talked to you enough today. I liked your video this morning. You flew with the Moster 185. It's a powerful machine, man. What's for lunch? This is what's for lunch. I'm fasting until afternoon. I don't want to talk about my diet anymore because someone likes to make fun of me. So I'm just going to do my thing. So yeah, if you guys might have seen the Facebook post, I did manage to foot launch. Over the last week, I spent some time with the guys from Fly My PPG, Mike Cotter and Justin Fox, and also One Up Adventures. Travis and Kyle were over there, and even Eric DeFore was there helping us all out. So they spent some time with me on my kiting. They let me do some motor work where I put a motor on my back and ran the motor and did the motor simulator where you sit in the harness and actually feel the motor on your back and do simulated launches, and it makes you very comfortable. Thanks, Jeff Joliffe. Yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll see you at Palm Bay. But by the time I did that, you know, I had to do it over a weekend and a few evenings after work. I went over. Then we had some bad weather. We had some fog, and we had a front come through. So it was about a week from the time I started to the time I actually launched. I launched on Sunday evening, right at sunset, and it all went smooth. So I just had one takeoff and one landing, and now I'm comfortable when I get my gear to go ahead and fly. Oh, I heard from Kyle Matula that my motor, my equipment, arrived at his house in Texas last evening. So he'll be doing the final assembly and quality control and getting that shipped to me. Alligator Rick, what's up, brother? We're going to be flying again soon. That's lunch right there. That's lunch, Alligator Rick. So trying to keep the weight down and do some more foot launching. So anyway, if all goes well, I'll have my motor maybe the end of this week, maybe Saturday, but probably the beginning of next week. So I don't know. He ships it by air, FedEx air freight, and it's like 2 days or 3 days. So depends on how much he's got on his plate. I know he said Michael Holiday was over there with him right now building a new Trike. So he's got a lot to do. Another van life confession. No. Question: how are you now beginning to make foot launching sexy? I don't know. I've looked at my foot launching video and it really wasn't sexy. The Nitro 200 really makes me look fat, and it doesn't help when you have a radio chest harness that's made for a 12-year-old girl. It looks about that big on me. It makes my belly stick out. So I don't know. I asked Mike Cotter, and he said, yeah, the Nitro puts 20 pounds on everybody on the camera. So that made me feel better. Yeah, thanks, Yankee. Tell those guys to quit picking on me. Damn sexy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to doing some more foot launching. I mean, my unit's going to be obviously heavier than the Nitro 200, but that's not a problem. I'm a big guy. I can handle it. Mitch Briggs, yeah, what's up, brother? Needs to shave some weight. Yeah, I'm maxed out on my glider as well. I'm at like 110%. Fortunately, my new equipment, there was some weight savings going from the aluminum to the titanium, but I lost that weight savings going to the Simonini 250. So I probably put on a pound or two there, but that'll be all right. David Wolf wants to know what I'm going to start out with when I get my new motor. Well, I think that depends on the weather. The first time I want to go fly, I probably will mount it on the Trike right away. The thing I want to do when I get it though is I want to hang test it for foot launch and hang test it on my Trike. Now I've been told that the Calibri Trike doesn't really change the hang point on there, so it's set up where it's pretty much a 0, if that makes sense. So I'm going to hang test it both ways though, and I want to be prepared for both. So I'll probably launch Trike the first time and do some launches like that, and then when the wind is right or the conditions are right, I'll foot launch. I don't want to foot launch in no wind. I'm fat. I don't want to run my fat ass off with no wind all the way down the field to try to get off the ground. If we're flying on a day when we have some laminar wind where I have like a 6 or 8 mile an hour wind, then I'll be launching foot launch. So that's the plan anyway. So yeah, the Paramotor Nation show the other night was pretty interesting. It's always hard to do it from a fly-in. There's so much background noise and distraction going on, but I think we had a pretty good show. Who else we got on there? Anthony Peregrino. What's up, man? Anthony says, congratulations on getting in the air. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. How do I block Paramotor Crazy from my YouTube? Oh, yeah. Boxers or briefs. Yeah, we don't talk about that. That'll be something else for him to make fun of me on. John Wallace, great meeting you. Good to meet you, man. You're back in Michigan now. Yeah, it was really cool getting to meet all those guys, getting to meet the guys from Fly Michigan, from Fly My PPG in person. Just great guys, man. Just awesome people, fun to hang out with. They had an awesome compound set up over there at the airport. They had 3 or 4 motorhomes over there. Todd Falstad was down. Ripman was over for a while. People were coming in to visit and fly and hang out, and it was almost like a mini impromptu fly-in along with the class. And it got to meet the whole class too. That's always cool and exciting, seeing new people come into the sport and watching them progress and learn. I didn't get to see their first flights on motor. I got to be there when they did their first tows, and I got to tow with them. But it's really cool. It's exciting to see people make their first flight, to see their excitement, and I think Mike Carter feels the same way. Your heart is probably racing as much as the guy that's got the motor on his back taking off. So it was really cool. I got about 4 hours of footage that I captured over that week. I'm going to, I've been editing through it. I got it down to like 28 minutes, which is too long. So I'm just trimming it down now and trying to capture the highlights of the whole week over the 4 days or so that I was over there. Kevin Can Fly did a 50-mile cross country. That's respectable, man. That's awesome. I can't wait to see the video from that. Michael Hale, wanting to fly at some point. You want to do trike because of your back? Yeah, man, absolutely. You don't have to worry about tripping or falling, and it's much easier on your back. Daniel Jones, how long have you been flying in total? It'll be 2 years next month that I went to training. Well, it'll be 2 years in May that I started training. And I quit recording my flights. I think I have 150 flights or thereabout, so still learning for sure. Still learning. Yeah, Kevin says he likes the long ones. Send us the goods, Gorilla. Yeah, it'll be a long one. There's a lot in there. There's a lot to see. We had a guy get stuck at Big Bertha last night, required extraction. Oh man, somebody went down on the mine property over by the crane. Oh, I always wondered how that would go. So I think the road that goes into that mine and where the crane is, you have to go pretty far to the north to get access in there, is what I think. I'm not sure, but yeah, I want to talk to you about that, Yankee. We had always wondered how that would go down if one of us had a motor out and we landed in the mine, the strip mine property over there. So yeah, there were a bunch of guys over there flying, hanging out. Yeah, it was a photo up, gone bad, and couldn't get restarted. Oh, wow. I'll call you after this. I'm interested. Mike Fogel, what's up, my man? I see you sent my stickers that David ordered for me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Can't wait to get those. Everybody, oh, the landing was intentional. I gotcha. And couldn't restart. Wow. Okay. Well, I wouldn't recommend landing on their property, but that's okay. Yeah, Mike, the stickers are on the way. Mike Fogel printed 100 stickers for me, courtesy of Paramotor Crazy David Wolf. That's how he pays for his room and board, because I'm letting him sleep in the motorhome with me and share my bed and my meals. So he agreed to buy me some stickers to pay for room and board. And you know what that means. That still affords me certain privileges after hours, David Wolf. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be here before you know it. Palm Bay, guys. I am psyched. Everybody come and see me at Palm Bay and get a gorilla sticker if you haven't already. Or if you have one, come get another one. Hell, I don't care. David says stay on your side of the bed. I've heard rumors. Huh. Yeah. Spooning leads to forking. Wear a condom. Can I get that deal? I'll ship my motor out right now. Yeah, hell yeah, come on. Come on down. We'll make room. Partha just told me he got a 10-person tent this morning. He'll fit some guys in there. Yeah, man, I hope we have good weather. Praying for good weather like we had last year. We had a little bit of wind, but it wasn't too bad. Daniel Jones, wish you could come out to Palm Bay, have fun. Looking forward to seeing the footage. Yeah, there'll be a lot of it. It's going to be a much bigger event this year. Last year there were, I think, 280 pilots there, and that was a huge event as far as a fly-in goes. But this year they've combined it with a one-wheel festival, so they're going to be bringing in a lot of people that don't fly yet, that will be out there riding one wheels, doing competitions. They're going to have live music, more food trucks there. Sorry, somebody tried to call me. Should be a good time. So yes, Kelby Cox, what's up, brother? Yeah, hell yeah, we're going to Bad Apples. We wouldn't miss it for the world. That's the big fly-in of the year. I don't know, Palm Bay's pretty big fly-in too, but we really enjoy Bad Apples. Mac Hodges' place is just an amazing place. Phantom Attic. No, I didn't get my new motor yet. It arrived in Texas at my dealer's house, Kyle Matula, late yesterday. So hopefully he'll be getting the final stuff and quality control done and get it shipped out to me. And I should have it, if I'm real lucky, maybe the end of the week, Saturday. If not, probably beginning of next week. So yeah, we all should be at work. Good. David got your muffler welded and fixed up. That's ready. So at least you have one machine flying now. Kevin, the wife said you're grounded, can't go to EFD. I would love to go to Endless Foot Drag, but I just can't. I can only do so many every year. Anthony Peregrino wanted to know about the 30-foot gorilla. Here's the deal. It went back after Swanee with it went home with Larry and Chris from Para Orange, and they are or they have repaired it. It got a little bit of damage from the wind gust that we had up there. They fixed it up. Now Larry is going to be a vendor at Palm Bay, so he's not sure how he's going to fit it in with everything that he has to bring. So I'm trying to put something together. I want to go up to see him and get some stuff done to my harness. So if I can do that before Palm Bay, I'll grab the gorilla and bring it with me, or one way or the other. We're going to try to get it there. It needs to be on site. Bingo needs to be there. Yankee ordered a new motor this morning. Ooh, interesting. Gave Lauren a check, so that must be a PAP, I wonder. Bob Garber, what's up, buddy? Palm Bay or Harges, you're welcome to try out my PAP now that you foot launched. Oh, thank you, Florida Paramotoring. That's Max. Is that Max Lavin? And Shane, Skinny Chef, won't be at Palm Bay until Sunday afternoon and staying Monday till after it's over. Okay. Yankee got a PAP Tinox 1500 millimeter frame, swinging a 140 centimeter prop with a new MY20 185. Damn, that's a big prop. That should be plenty of power. Yeah, Max, Paramotoring Florida. That's Max Lavin. I thought that was you. I can't believe you haven't sold that machine yet, man. That was a good deal for somebody. So, yeah, maybe somebody will take it over there at Palm Bay. So, anyway, enough about you guys. Back to me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm getting thirsty. The Paul Bunyan prop, no doubt. So yeah, foot launching was awesome, man. It was exciting. Those guys working with me, I was really comfortable by the time it was time for me to go with the process they made me go through, which was fine. I totally agreed with it. I wanted all the experience that I could with the simulator and the lean backs with the motor on my back, the toes and everything. I felt like I was completely ready by Sunday evening when they foot launched me. I was very comfortable. It was a little difficult to get into the seat. That Nitro 200 harness is not quite made for me, but I guess it did good. And once I got in the air, or once I got in the seat, it felt just like flying my Trike. I'm used to being in the harness, and my Trike is weight shift. The only difference is I see a wheel sticking out between my feet, but once I was in the air, it felt just like that. The landing was pretty smooth. I was flying a Mojo XL, so it's about the slowest A-rated glider I think you can get, but that was what I needed. Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it, man. He said congrats. Kevin is vertically challenged. Yep. So it was really fun. I wish I could have spent more time over there with those guys and seen the class some more, but I had to work. I had to do it on the weekends and evenings. So yeah, I can't thank those guys enough for what they did for me. They didn't want to take any money from me. They just wanted to help me, and they managed to mesh me in with their students when they could, and got it done. So it was super cool. But yeah, there'll be a video coming up on that here real soon. I worked on it last night, and I'll probably work on it some more tonight. So. Where's Dave Ruff at? He's not in there today. I guess he's probably making bows or trying on new tights or something, I guess. Yankee met Mike that lives down on the Peace River. Yep. Mike Lansconer. Yep. You make working look fun. Can I get a job where you work? Oh, geez. My work sucks. it's like lunchtime now almost. Well, it's 11:30. All I've done all day is drive around. I drove halfway to St. Petersburg and my customer called in and canceled. So I turned around and then drove like 50 miles to my next call and they weren't home. So that was in Sun City Center. Then I drove back down here to Bradenton, and I'm trying to get my next client to let me come early, but they're not answering the phone. So it's going to be one of those days, you know. Greg Anthony Harris, what's up, buddy? Yes, I will definitely do more foot launch. That was not just a one-off. I want to continue to develop my skill set because it just opens up more opportunities for me to fly in a little bit more wind because of the ability to do a reverse. Now, I have not learned to do a reverse on the Trike yet. I know that it's possible. I think it's easier to do a reverse on foot launch, obviously. And you know, if you have a steady wind, you bring the wing up, you get control of it, and then you just turn around and go. You take a couple steps and you're in the air. So that's the idea. And I want to be able to fly the beach, and I want to be able to go do adventure flying. I want to go with One Up Adventures and take that Costa Rica trip. I want to do the free flight. I want to fly off of the beach and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'll keep it up. Greg Anthony Harris, man, I've been hearing through the grapevine that your trip to Israel was fantastic. I can't wait to see the videos for that. I know you're going to be editing for probably the next 2 weeks straight, but I can block you, you son of a bitch, paramotor crazy. So yeah, Greg, we miss your videos, man. I can't wait to see some more. Yeah, that Costa Rica trip looks awesome, man. And I would like to at some point be able to do free flight. So that would be pretty cool. Yeah, Greg Anthony Harris will be editing about 100 hours. Yeah, that's about right. I think you do about 20 hours per video, don't you? Yeah, this one I'm doing is taking a while too, but I don't need to rush it. There's no hurry. I might not finish it till the weekend, depending on how work goes. Yankee Paramotor loves Israel, flew there a few years. Yeah, I hope I have a lot in store. This damn work thing is just always getting in the way, though. I mean, I'd be flying today. And it's a little bit windy, but it was nice this morning. Ripman sent me a photo where he was flying this morning. Over still at Wauchula. I think those guys are wrapping up their class today or tomorrow, and then they'll probably be heading back to Michigan. Back to the cold, and I feel bad for him. Yep, breaking camp today. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm glad I don't have to go back to Michigan. I mean, it's beautiful there in the summer. I'd like to make a trip up there and fly the lavender fields and experience that. Just depends on what weekend summer falls on up there, you know, what 2 weekends that is, if I can make it or not. I always give those guys a hard time. Daniel Jones, yeah, you've been having bad weather in the UK, I've seen. I saw Tucker's over there too. I assume he's probably visiting Parajet, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. He doesn't talk to me. But anyway. What else, guys? What's new? What's everybody up to? This makes me thirsty. Tucker who? Yeah. Daniel said he's been at Parajet the last 2 days. I wonder if he's going to start flying a Parajet. I guess he already does. He has the Parajet with the Atom 80. So that's interesting. I'm watching for our buddy Tom Cabot to get his new equipment too. He's getting an, I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if it was a surprise or not. He told me what he was getting though. He auctioned off his Scout, and he's waiting on his new gear to come. So I won't let it out of the bag if it's supposed to be a surprise or if he's saving it for video. So hopefully he'll be getting his pretty soon too, and we can all get back in the air. Kevin can fly. Yeah, go to ppggorilla.com, submit your $120 yearly dues, and we'll get you signed up there. Anthony Peregringo, how long does it take to convert your equipment from trike to foot or vice versa? Well, I have the Calibri Trike. I think you know about that. It'll be the same as the RS. There are two quick release pins, like cotter pins, that you pull out. And then there are two solid support arms that go from the Trike to the frame, and there are tapped threaded holes in the frame. So what I want to figure out is how I can make some sort of a quick release bolt for those, so I don't have to use the tools to do that. Or, I mean, even if I do, it's a, you know, a 10 millimeter socket, I think, or an Allen wrench, and they come right out. So I don't think I think less than 10 minutes would be pretty easy to switch it over between Trike and foot. Depending on the hang test, if you don't have to change the hang points, you know, if you have to change the hang points, I would add another 5 or 10 minutes, you know, to undo the bolts and change those. So, but it's no big deal. I think I'll kind of plan the day before, the night before, for the weather conditions, whether I'm going to fly Trike or foot launch, and go from there. Do you think, Yankee says, do you think Tom Kabat's most recent phone drop video was a scam? Burner phone, pretended to call wife, publicity stunt? No, I don't think so. I think he's just that clumsy. Paramotor Crazy, do you think you'll be comfortable foot launching at Palm Bay, or are you just going to fly the Trike? It just depends on the weather. Like last year at Palm Bay, there were guys foot launching before I was comfortable to fly my Trike, and I launched in a little bit stiff wind. I was one of the first Trikes to launch that particular evening, or the first Trike to launch, and I got up on 2 wheels, you know. So I will do whatever it takes, depending on what the weather is. Shane says, do you know anyone else going to the para party fly-in on the 28th in Geneva? Yeah, anybody else going to go to that? It's the Para Rave Island up there. I think they were having their wedding at the same time there. I'm thinking that some of the bad apples were going to be there. Tim called me a few weeks ago, or messaged me a few weeks ago, and wanted to know if I was coming up there, and I don't know if it was for that event or not. 577 Jersey Customs, what's up? Bump up, man. How you doing, buddy? How's the weather up there? Yeah, Max, Palm Bay was windy enough last year to do vertical takeoff and landing. That's what I like. Reverse launch and turn around and take 2 steps and be off. That'll be the ticket. Yeah, Max, that was the save of the century when I went up on 2 wheels. That was good. I don't know, I found with my Trike, I haven't turned it over yet, knock on wood, but it'll get up on 2 wheels as long as you realize it and turn your wheel toward the downside of the wing. It just recovers. It recovers instantly, and then you just got to kite it and go. You're good to go. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be flying foot launch and Trike, and do it. Kevin, I want Andrew Fuller to send me an orange Angel. Yeah, at least Tom's got something to fly in the meantime, right? I think he put an old motor on the frame that Andrew let him use for the float testing and the water landing testing, so that was pretty cool. And what else is new? Let me see. Ripman's getting a new motor, and it's going to be a surprise. I know what it is, but I won't tell. He wants to do a surprise unboxing and video. Yankee's getting a new motor. Tom Kabat's getting a new motor. Gosh, with all these people getting new equipment, we're going to have bad weather. It's bound to happen. It's freaking bound to happen. So I hope I can get mine broken in and ready to go for Palm Bay. Shouldn't be a problem. Well, I mean, I can break it in even if the weather's bad, but I hope I can get my break-in flights and everything. Paranormal PPG, that's my brother from another mother, Kyle Davies, over in the UK. Says congrats and welcome to the Footsie Club. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Kevin's got a new carb being delivered today. No more leaky fuel. Alligator Rick, Palm Bay is March 13th through the 15th, I think. It's the week, whatever weekend that is, when the 13th and the 15th is. So it's a little less than a month now. So it'll be here before you know it. Now that's closer to you, so hopefully you'll be there. Yep, March 13th. yeah, hopefully we'll see you there. We'll have the gorilla compound set up there, and David Wolf's going to be down. Hopefully we'll have the 30-foot gorilla. I think we will. We got to make that happen, man. Whatever it takes. I think Larry's about Larry and Chris Parrot Orange, I think they're about 3 hours from me. But I want to go up and see them because they're going to do something special for me on my harness. And they're going to put a, I don't know if you guys have seen the quick release style that's on the SkyTap Angel and that was on the flat top. But all of your buckles come together, your leg straps, your chest straps all come together, and there's one buckle that you pull and it releases all of them instantly. I decided I want to do that because it literally takes me 10 minutes to get out of my harness when I'm relaxed sitting on the ground. So I can't imagine landing in the water and trying to deal with all that. That thing, you pull one buckle and you're out of it. You're released out of it. So yeah. Larry and Chris do all of the sewing for Andrew Fuller on the SkyTap Angel, so they have the equipment to do that. And I got to take a trip up there and see them and get it done. I'll just probably take my harness off of the machine and drive it up there, unless it's a good weekend and we can go up and fly. So we might do that too. So yep. Be among the greats is John Ripa, Tom Kabat, Tucker, Todd Falstad, and even Dave Ruff. Oh my God, there he is. Trike Flyer is in the house. This guy has a paramotor for every single day of the week, I swear. It's ridiculous. Dave, what do you have, like 5, 6, 7 paramotors now? It's crazy. He gets a new motor like every month, but I guess he works hard for it. Travels all around the country wearing tights and making bows and all that good stuff. I see he's been out 6 motors and 6 wings. Now that's just ridiculous. It's just not fair, is it? So Trike Flyer's been out there in Arizona. He was at the Arizona Flying Circus. That looked like a good time. And heck yeah. Did you make it to Salton, Dave? No, you didn't make it to Salton Sea, I don't think. But we're watching the videos start to trickle out from Salton Sea. It looks like that was a good fly-in. They had some good weather. Yeah, Kevin, he has big holes in his pockets, or deep pockets, but I know he works hard for it. 2 are here waiting for you to fly, a footy and a trike. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So, yeah, I guess all the guys will be gone from Wauchula by this weekend, so I don't know what I'll be doing. Those guys were nice enough to give me equipment and training, and it kind of helped to pass the time while I was waiting for my equipment and didn't have anything to do. So it's awesome. And then the week before that, Craig Taylor was down and let me fly his trike, his Flash Products, or Fly Products Flash Cruiser trike. So it hasn't been too bad. Dave Trike Flyer said he missed Salton but did Circus, and it was off the hook. Yeah, I bet it was. Kevin Can Fly might change his name to Kevin Can Crash. Landings are still sucking. Yeah, they'll get better, I'm sure. I don't know. I just got lucky on my first one, I guess. And it helps when you're flying an A-wing and very calm conditions. I had a little bit of a headwind, so my landing was very, very slow, and I was able to get my feet underneath of me. And yeah, it felt good. It was exciting. Man, I had a whole crew of people there watching me and filming. I had 4 instructors there. Was Eric DeFore there that day? No, I don't think he was. I had 4 instructors. I had guys that I fly with. I had Jason Russell Smith, Carl, Todd Falstad was there, Ripman was there, my dad was there. It was like a whole crowd watching me, and I was the first one to go. So I guess it worked all right. All right, Alligator Rick's off work for Palm Bay. Good deal. Tried Trike Flyer's tips about landing trims out. Nope. That just makes you crash faster, doesn't it? I had somebody ask me the other day about flying low. You guys have seen my videos where I fly my trike very low in the cow fields and stuff around there. I only do it on the calmest days, and Some people ask me, what would happen if your motor failed? Well, it would be one of two things. It would be either a fast landing or a slow crash. So most of the time I try to do it in areas where if my motor went out, I would just be landing in a field. Now there are times when I fly over tree lines and barbed wire fences that if I had a motor out, it would be pretty bad, where you wouldn't have a lot of time to react. But I think flying that low to the ground on a trike is relatively safe. You know, either a fast landing or a slow crash. So that would be the answer to that. And field we fly out of had grass slipped on one and went to a knee. Yeah. That's one of the pros about a trike, you know. Even a fast landing without a flare is probably not going to be that bad if you're landing on something smooth. Where you know, if you're flying low like that and you motor out, your wing's going to obviously surge forward, and you're going to have a hard time running that fast to catch up with it. And you're probably going to face plant, and the wing's going to overshoot you, but that's okay. Yeah, I like to be able to fly both. I'm excited about that. Most of the time it's the other way around. I think guys foot launch and transition into trike because they get older, or they have an injury, or they get lazy, or they get fat. So I did it backwards, but yeah, we'll see. Well, let's see, what time is it now? 11:45. What else is new, guys? Anybody got any good paramotor gossip or anything? Anthony Peregringo, we're losing LZs here left and right. And Kelly, we're so restricted on where to fly. Scouting new spots now. Always looking for spots just off the coast. Yes, sir. I just got sexier. Hey, did you guys see that freaking jet thing with the wing and the 4 jet motors on the back of it? And now they were doing it. They would jump out of a helicopter and fly it. But now they have a powerful enough unit that they can foot launch from the ground. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to get one of those when I lose about 200 pounds. Doug is stable now. Doug Martin is stable now and doing good. Surgery has been scheduled. That's good. That's good. Trike Flyer, the diet's going just fine. Kelby Cox, is there a trike for my Maverick? Yes. Yeah, there are. Yes, there are. And I don't know the specifics of the Parajets, but I've seen some trikes fitted to Parajet. I'm pretty sure Parajet makes a trike, don't they? They have a an unusual frame geometry. Like a lot of frames have the 2 bars on the bottom that it sits down on the ground on are usually inline or close to inline. The Parajet has some wild angles, the ones that I've seen. So yeah, Paramotor Crazy's at McDonald's. 9 to 90 says he'll be learning both. The wife doesn't want you to foot launch, but she wants to fly with you tandem. Yeah, heck yeah. Josh, what kind of beer do you drink on this diet? Well, I mean, I can drink a couple beers in the evenings, but I'm just kind of doing the intermittent fasting right now every day. And I just started this again, so don't hold me to it yet, but what was that? Okay, Parajet Falco is a trike. So anyway, the way it works is you just don't eat anything after 8 p.m. So you finish your dinner before that, you go to bed, you don't eat breakfast in the morning, you don't eat anything until noon. So that gives you 16 hours of fasting each day. Then during the day, you just got to be smart and don't eat a bunch of crap food. I can have 1,600 calories during that period, but between noon and 8 p.m. or noon and 6 p.m. And just try not to eat a bunch of garbage, you know. Drink a beer or two if you want, you know, have a couple shots of rum. I'm going to try to keep it low carb. I've done the keto and had pretty good success with that when I was training, and it works, but it just plays hell on my stomach for some reason. We won't go into detail on that. Yeah, David Wolf needs to eat McDonald's every day. You need to eat a double cheeseburger. No, I'm not looking at the text message. I don't want to see your food. I have a chicken breast and some yellow rice that I'm going to go home and get after this, and then go back to work. Josh said intermittent fasting is awesome. I do 16 to 18 hours myself, plus cutting most sugar. It's played a giant role in my energy level, along with a lot of other things. Yeah, you know what? When I was on keto, it really changes your body where you're not really hungry, and that's a good thing. But it was hard on my stomach. The first week when you get into keto, you have that keto flu is rough. I found I help if I do a lot of like chicken soup broth, just chicken broth and stuff like that, because you get kind of dehydrated. Your body goes into like this shock. So I don't know, I may go back to the keto again. I'll probably just keep up the intermittent fasting and try to be a little bit smarter about what I eat until Palm Bay. Then everything goes to hell, because we're eating cheeseburgers and drinking beer at 9 o'clock in the morning, you know. So that's what I'll do. Last year I was on keto up until Palm Bay, and then I was off it ever since, I think. Heard Larry did keto diet for a while and he got upset everybody called him the keto Guido. Yeah, see, I don't even want to talk about this because David Wolf just makes fun of me. It just gives him more ammunition. Scrawny little bastard. Sean, what's up, Palm Bay? Are you going to be there, man? That would be cool. See you later, Gorilla. The inmates are getting loud for some reason. Go thump some skulls, Alligator Rick. Thump some skulls, man. Alligator Rick is a prison guard. And if you've ever seen him, he's not somebody you want to mess with. He's a big guy. Just kind and nice as can be, but man, you wouldn't want to be on his bad side. Avoid keto flu. Keep your minerals up. Magnesium and potassium. Yeah, I take potassium supplements every day. Oh, David, you don't hurt my feelings, man. I can take it. It's funny. If you hurt my feelings, I'd tell you. Sean, yeah, Sean's trying to make it. That would be cool. The whiskey diet. Lost 3 days last week. Yeah, I've been there. Keith Smith, can't wait for Palm Bay. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited. My buddy David's coming down, flying down, and is going to hang out with us, so that'll be excellent. And someone offered him some equipment. Eric Fairwell said he'll let him use some equipment, let him use a Parajet Maverick to fly when he comes down there, so he doesn't have to haul equipment or ship equipment. Awesome. Yeah, waiting for the next video about the newest footy. Yeah, I know, it's coming. You know it's coming. I'm working on my video, so hopefully in the next few days, maybe by the weekend. I don't know. It depends on how much work I got to do. All right, guys, on that note, I think I'm going to get my ass back to work. Thanks, everybody, for coming along. And as Trike Flyer would like to say in his video 4 or 5 times, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the like button. Just kidding, Dave. Messing with you. All right, man. Y'all have a great day. Hang in there. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll be seeing you. All right, guys.